Okay, chapter 6. So chapter 6 is about cell division. Okay, cell division means the cell is dividing lah. So in our body there are many billions of cells. Okay, so these cells need to repair themselves. Some cell they need to replace. Okay, replace and being repaired. Okay, so how the cell repair and replace themselves, so we will see this in these chapters. Yeah, so beginning of the chapters we will see what is cell division, okay, the meaning and then the significance of it. Okay, so that means all the cells arise from pre-existing means the cell before, except for the first ever cell. So this one you have to read up lah, what is the first ever cell, based on the theory of evolution. Okay, so from the pre-existing cell means when you have when you are young, or when you haven't been born. Okay, we are formed from the two gamete, okay, the our ovum and sperm, and then starting from there actually cell division took place until we become what we are now. Okay, so the genetic library, okay, of the cell is passed to divide onto a divided daughter cell. So the one that is pre-existing, we use the term parent cells. So the parent cells will have a lot of genetics informations, okay, or we can say the genome, and this genome will be passed to the daughter cell. The daughter cell is the result after the cell division. After cell division, we call the cell that is produced daughter cell. So the genetic from parent is passed to the daughter. Okay, means the result. Okay, so when the cell divide, it will undergoes two steps. So in order to divide, okay, a cell divide and become two cells, okay, one parent cell become two daughter cells, you have to undergo two steps. So the first step is it has to divide the nucleus. Okay, the words or the terms that we use is karyokinesis. Karyo means nucleus, so the nucleus divide. Okay, then after the nucleus divide, it will undergo cytoplasm divide, okay, which is the cytokinesis, the term. Okay, so if you remember the cells, okay, we have plasma membrane, after that we have all the organelles, then we have nucleus. So if you remember that, okay, the nucleus will divide first and then followed by the plasma membrane, okay, which is the cytoplasm. So when the plasma membrane break, means the cytoplasm will break into two. Okay, now next, so for the nucleus to break, the karyokinesis, there are two way. Okay, it means that there are two types of cells that we can generally we have two types of cells in the body. Okay, so the type of cells will undergo mitosis, and another type of cell will undergo meiosis. Okay, if you have read up, actually only one type of cell, okay, will undergo meiosis, which is our gamete cell, okay, or the cells gonad, or the reproductive cell. Okay, as for mitosis, is for all the cell except the gamete lah. Okay, so that means autosome means the nucleus of the normal cell. Normal cell means all the cell except the gamete, and then meiosis is only for gamete. Okay, we will see mitosis first. So mitosis is a process, okay, of the nuclear division where they will produce daughter cell with the same chromosome number. Okay, same number of chromosome, and this chromosome number we have one term for it, diploid. Okay, later in the slide you will see what is the meaning of diploid. Okay, I will write for you, just take down lah. Okay, another one is meiosis. So as I said, this is for only for the gamete, okay, which is the sperms and the ovum. So this meiosis, if the cell undergoes nuclear division using the meiosis process, so it will have the daughter cell half of the chromosome. Okay, the daughter cell will only have half of the chromosome, and we use the word haploid, H for H. Okay, H half, haploid. Okay, so easy to remember, haploid and half of the chromosome. So what is what is the significance of mitosis? Okay, so mitosis is used for asexual reproduction. So asexual reproduction, if you remember, it doesn't involve gametes. Okay, So asexual reproduction, like binary fission. So when they produce another organism using this reproduction, okay, it must produce the exact copy. Exact copy means the exact the 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 the, the exact one lah. Okay, so then also that means it have to be the same chromosome number. Okay, then also for growth. Okay, for growth means, okay, to repair or to replace the cell. Okay, you are growing taller because we have more and more cells. So how the cell come from, or where the cell come from? Okay, it come from the pre-existing cell. Okay, so mitosis is will help in the growth and then maintenance. Okay, if you have a spoiled or broken cell, it will be replaced, okay, or repaired. Okay, so this is all the significance of mitosis. As for meiosis, is most of the time is only function for sexual reproduction to produce the gametes. Okay, we will see that in the next lesson. So just now we are talking the previous slide, yeah, we are talking about chromosome number. So what is chromosome number? So different organism, they will have different chromosome number. Okay, if you can see here, yes, most of the time you will have, if the organism can have sexual reproduction, can have this sexual reproduction, so their chromosome number will always in even number. Remember? Okay, remember, even number diploid. Okay, actually this is due to when they have to produce gamete, they must cut this into half. Okay, remember the words that we use, haploid. Okay, so during meiosis, daughter cell will become haploid, then chromosome number become haploid. As for mitosis, it will remain. So that's the reason also lah, one of the reason why the chromosome number is always in even number. And secondly, you will not say that the more the chromosome, the bigger or the smarter the organism is. Okay, it's not. Okay, chromosome is just to hold the genetic information. It doesn't mean that you have more genetic information, you are smarter or what. Okay, you see, human is 46, 40 is mouse. Okay, mosquito have only 6. Okay, so dog, chicken, you have 78. So we cannot have that concept of the more chromosome number, the more intelligence or more bigger in size, or no. Okay, this chromosome number is specific and is only for that kind of organism. Okay, now what is chromosome? We are talking about chromosome number, genetic. So what is chromosome and where can you find it, and then how this chromosome work? Okay, let us see, let us recall a bit. Okay, so you have learned cell, right? This is a cell. So plasma membrane and whatsoever organelle inside. So what we can see here, this is the nucleus, the green one. Okay, so in the nucleus you have nucleolus, you have chromosome, chromatin. So those chromosomes are actually inside the nucleus. Okay, inside the nucleus. Now what is chromosome? So now if you see, chromosome is actually something like this. Okay, and it's made of, you see, if you see, zoom here, it's made of DNA. You have learned this. Okay, DNA are made of nucleic acid. Okay, deoxynucleic acid. So this nucleic acid, actually you have this CGAT, remember the sequence of amino acid, and this sequence are actually our genetic code. Okay, so these genetic codes are being curled up in double helix. Okay, so double helix, and to hold this double helix, okay, we have a protein called histone. Okay, histone is a protein that hold this double helix. So imagine you have a long thread. Okay, if you don't have something to hold that thread, all the thread will have to tangle up. Okay, they will tangle up. So this histone is to make sure our protein, our DNA will not tangle. Okay, so it will be holding up, and then it will arrange themselves again, nicely packed in the chromosome. Okay, in the chromosome. So this chromosome is the genetic materials, or the DNA, or where the DNA is stored. Okay, so chromosome number referring to how many chromosomes are there inside the nucleus. So we have many cells, we have billions of cells. Every cell will have the same nucleus contain the same chromosome number if you are the same organism. Okay, meaning to say, if I have my the hand tissue, okay, or the hand, the cell from the hand, the fingers, the nails, the hairs, if I take out the nucleus and I do the karyotype of it, karyotype means I take out the nucleus and then I find out the chromosome. Okay, if I do the karyotype of that, any part of the body where the cell is taken, it has the same chromosome number, which is, if you are human, it is 46. Okay, so the chromosomes are held together. Okay, they hold together with this structure we call the centromere. Later we will see again. Okay, centromere. Okay, centromere, and this is the histone and the DNA that I mentioned just now. Okay, now in words. Okay, let's say you are not can understand my pronunciation, so you can just read lah. So this is chromosome. So the chromosome are the essential part of the where the DNAs are kept. Okay, so the DNA contain all the genetics, okay, and is create the organism. So this is that chromosome that we mentioned just now. So the protein, okay, the protein or the histone that is found inside, so one is to acid. So beside make it into a coil form like that, so when we need the information, the histone is the one that will function to uncoil, okay, the DNA at the specific parts. For example, if I need to build or synthesis amylase enzyme, so at the histone at the amylase enzymes, the parts, okay, will uncoil, and then it has to send out the information for the protein to be made, okay, for the enzyme to be made. So another thing, if I do not need it anymore, I have to recoil. I have to tighten up the condense into the X shape. So this one, this one is during the cell divide, okay, cell division. So when I need the cell to divide, okay, the histone will tie up or make this chromosome condense, okay, so that the division can happen, the cell division can happen. So each chromosome have a central constricted region. So this is the centromeres. Okay, the centromeres is what I said, the center part. Okay, this one is when they need to divide. Okay, the centromere is the attachment part for the division of nucleus. We will come again in that centromeres. Okay, now chromosome. Okay, so individual chromosome are only visible. Visible means can be seen during cell division. So if the cell is not ready for divide, or is not for division, is not going to divide, we cannot see the chromosome. The chromosome are too thin, okay, very thin to be seen under the microscope. But let's say it's there will be in a chromatin, okay, which is too thin, very thin to be seen, thin, okay, chromatin. So it means we cannot see if the chromosome, they are not going to divide, okay. So when they going to divide, then we will see, it can be seen, okay. Now, what is chromosome related to gene? Okay, so then this is what we see. Okay, so this is actually revision, okay, where the explanation of it we have seen in chapter 4. Okay, chapter 4, chapter 5, 4. Okay, chapter 4, where we learn nucleic acid. Okay, so in the chromosome you have gene. So the gene is actually proteins. So how the gene relate with the protein? So the gene is actually the code, okay, and this code are made of different proteins or amino acid. So what the amino acid or the sequence of the amino acids, it will become the genes, okay, it will become the gene. Okay, so the DNA must be copied and then divided exactly, okay, so that you can get the identical copy. Okay, this is the picture on chromosome. So the chromosome here, you can see you have this is the chromosome when they are ready to divide, okay. If they are not ready to divide, they will not be this thick, okay, they will be very thin, okay. So when they before they start, so when they are ready to divide, okay, the chromosome will duplicate. So that means one part here duplicate the other one. So when they duplicate, they produce the sister chromatic, Okay, sister chromatic means this part of the chromosome is exactly the same with this part, and the two sister chromatic are held by the centromere. So now you see, okay, how the centromere come in. Okay, so yeah, many of time I found that the student confused, okay, with the chromosome, chromatin, and then chromatid. Okay, so I have this slide here to help, okay, to help you to actually differentiate, okay, what is chromatin, okay, what is centromere, and what is chromatic, okay, and what is chromosome. Okay, so actually what we can say here, they are all chromosome. Okay, if you cannot differentiate, you just use the word chromosome. Okay, chromosome represent everything. Okay, but before it can divide, I mean before it is ready to divide, it's actually like this. Okay, they are not duplicated. Okay, so they are just one chromatin like this. Okay, it's a thin one, okay, which we cannot see under the microscope. When it's ready to divide, okay, it will duplicate themselves. So when they duplicate, they are held by the centromere. Okay, when they are held by the centromere, means they are ready to duplicate. Okay, so we will have the name for it. Since they are the same copy, okay, the left and the right, they are called the sister chromatic. So one side is chromatic together, they are called sister chromatic. Okay.